Not too much for the Soulbind, I guess. Perhaps a double edge split. That Soulbind is pretty nice, not the strongest combination you would want to build on top of that for TNC. That's something we always look for when the Grimstroke comes out. Really strong partners to make use of that double spell cast. But just this combination alone does give you great control. A Droid responds straight up with the Troll Warlord. This is a hero that it's just going to run up at you. You're not going to be able to burst it down if you don't get the control off. Have the Chen to help sustain him anyway. It's playing into what the droid likes. They like running at you early on. They like having these heroes that just stay online, aren't under any threat, even without farm. And the Chen Troll is just what they like from their draft. They're just going to run at you. They hit level 6 in the Chen. Their push is sustained. Their fight is sustained. They've got that hero once more that keeps them alive. You do have to wonder from TNC whether or not, with this kind of draft, with the game plan that the droid has in mind, they need something that can stop that region. They go with the IO themselves to give them some. They have sustainability, they have presence globally, they have great ways to start these fights. We don't know the combination with the IO just yet, although IO Centaur, I guess, is pretty decent. You want something else coming out. I don't want to see the Gyrocopter. That's really it. I don't want to see the Gyrocopter coming out.
10 seconds remaining.
It can be decent here.
TNC Predators turn.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Aren't we all? A droid
Dire team
pick up Oh, there it is, TNC. They do pick up the Gyrocopter. I mean, what are you going to do? You have an IO, you take the Gyro, makes enough sense. I still think, I mean, we both agree, this hero just feels so lackluster every time we see it. On paper, it dishes out so much damage. But when you watch him dishing out that damage, it doesn't feel that effective. Like, whoa, my dog's going
5 seconds remaining.
But what was it the other day? There was OG was playing a Gyrocopter. Samel literally had to get 3 Divine Rapiers for the hero to be effective. I mean, come on now. I think this hero isn't strong enough to be viable, but I guess with the IO, it may be pretty good. Maybe.
It has a lot more leeway with the IO. Like, you can get a lot more done. You have a lot more allowances to really start the pressure. But a droid, you've given them the Magnus. They have the Troll. That was going to come out every single time. I believe that's either... I think that's actually the Boomy hero. You're going to have Boomy on the Magnus, just supporting his Troll, getting the RPs off. It should be a Bok Batrider once more. So, playmaking heroes set up for a droid. You've got the sustain from the Chen. You've got the laning presence from the Chen, from the Batrider. And TNC, they have a Gyrocopter, which has the IO. Yeah, great. You have great sustain, at least in that sense. You can kind of hold up lane out. You don't really have a great combination with the Grimstroke there. Again, we were kind of stretching it with the Centaur, but there's no one here that really will benefit from the Soulbind. That's a bit of an issue, because the control you get is nice, but the best cases with the Grimstroke have been, in my viewings, been with a Doom or a Lina. Getting double Doom or instantly bursting 2 heroes down. You're not getting that with this lineup from TNC. They still have room for something bursty at the end. It is looking a bit iffy. You need to buy space for their Gyrocopter. And a droid, we saw it last game, they do not give space away.
I guess I could somewhat defend the Gyro. But if I had to, I guess there were a lot of gold changes in the map, right? A lot of gold has been removed from the DOTA 2 economy. Up against the Chen, who does provide you a lot more gold, assuming you can take down the creeps.
10 seconds remaining.
I suppose in a team fight, if the Gyro can get a flat cannon off, essentially taking down those Chen creeps will give you, 200-300 gold. So it is, you do have that. I don't know. I'm not even gonna bother trying to defend the Gyro. It's just forget about it. Forget it. TNC, we'll see how they finish this draft off, because they do ban out the Void Spirit as their final ban, and I have to agree with that. If there's one hero that can really jump in on an IO and just destroy the hero, it is called the Void Spirit.
Predators.
Storm Spirit. Take the Storm, which is another hero that can do the exact same thing.
Exactly. Like, they've still got a great way of jumping in there, of bursting down that IO straight up. You don't have the control here from TNC. Like, right? You don't have any way of keeping the Storm in place. You could throw the Soulbind, hope the Storm's latching onto someone else. I guess that's it. But nothing instantaneous there to keep that Storm Spirit down. So you can expect it to really just have a free time. Mac is just going to be able to zip around wherever he wanted to. believe the Ember Spirit would have been a bit of stronger combination. You do have the Magnus around for the free empower, right? You're gonna get so much value from your Sleight of Fist, but Storm Spirit's equally as good and much more slippery. So I like that pick coming out here from a droid. TNC has to bring out something here to really carry them through in that early game. They need to shut down this aggression that droid is looking to pump out. I think Alina would be a really good fit here. Want to run the core Alina down mid, can build off of the Grimstroke. It click if you want to melt the tower down. Not the fastest, but it can be decent.
Faceless Void.
Choose your hero.
Okay. Is that a mid void? No, it is going to be the mid gyro. Okay, that makes more sense. I guess the gyrocopter up against Storm isn't too bad of a matchup for the gyrocopter. Assuming, of course, you can break the distance on the Storm, John. Before that level 6 mark, obviously, Rocket Barrage is very, very nice. And now you have some very nice team fighting catch for Mac on that Storm Spirit. You were correct, by the way, in saying it is going to be a position for Magnus. It is Boomy on top of that. Overall, we are in game 2. We talked about it in the first game, but there's going to be no tiebreakers after these group stage games, but rather
10 seconds
it is very
remaining.
important for your seeding that you do in every game you can get, and for TNC and
5
ADROID,
seconds
whoever
remaining.
wins this series is essentially going to avoid having to play Fnatic in the first round of the winner bracket playoffs. So I'm going to ask you, who's got the better draft?
On paper, I should be TNC slightly more because we've seen Gabby's Void, right? TNC plays around that Chronosphere perfectly every single time. I just have a feeling that the aggression from a droid might be a bit too much. If TNC can always force out the Chrono and always find those kills, they have great synergy with a Gyrocopter in that case. He stands outside, he deals the damage as well. Don't have any way of counterplaying that as a droid. Like, there's one of those spells where you get caught, that's it. Unless you have like Avenge, you're probably going to lose the heroes inside, especially if that Chen's not in play. So TNC has a way of making that happen, but that will take level 6 on your Void that has a timer that you're always going to have to play around. A droid, sure, they have a bit of timer with the Magnus RP. That's really not the major factor for Boomy to find a farm for the Blink anyway. He's not going to get the biggest farm prioritization, even though it will give you it's just a farm you can get with having that empower around, and the impact Bach can have. Heroes just have so much great presence.
I apologize, we do have to move into the game now. Enough of this.
Prepare for battle.
I imagine ADROID are probably like the favorites now going into the secondary matchup, but we'll see. And TNC is still the favorites? Is that out of date? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna refresh it just in case. I mean, they.
Batrider ng Batrider, puta.
Do you want to explain what games are? I don't speak
I'm gonna scroll up a bit. Nan-trash talk pa si Bok, yabang. So Armel's accusing Bok of being a bit braggy. And Boomy's like, Mel, sapakin mo yung carry mo. Mel, slap your carry. Bok's like, it's like, oh no. Like, talking too much. Trash talk rubbish. Keeps talking trash. They're just having a bit. And March interjects between He's learning, guys.
Something for everybody.
Oh god.
The battle begins.
Friendly internet cafe culture without shrine.
Thank you for that, John. Of course, we do have a bit of a scuttle Boomy. Going to be able to steal a bounty rune. Oh, is that 4 bounty runes? Yeah, ADROID takes 4 bounty runes off the side of TNC. And that is not the greatest start for TNC, but that's certainly going to help the cause of ADROID.
Definitely will. That's just going to give them a lot of time down mid, especially. I do So Armel can kind of bully out the Storm here. Does have pretty good level 1 spells. He has good damage. That extra gold, it shouldn't take too long for our Storm to get.
A very close eye on Armel this game. See how well he can perform up against Matt in this game. It should be a jump of the favored lane up until Matt gets those higher levels up. It should be just perfectly fine. Who knows, like Matt, he's already feeling confident enough to just very nice around that range because if another, he does not. I guess it's another thing as well, Armel, he'll have to be very careful about where those rockets go when he can just rocket barrage. Because he did give a deny away to Matt on a range creep.
Something you have to watch after. But it's fairly even land until you hit level 3 both sides. That's when it starts to get exciting for either Swarm or Gyro. Trying to dip away, I think the bot lane is where there is going to be a lot of action. So much aggression you can expect from the Batrider and the Chen. Have ways of really amping up the damage you can pump out, and there's only so many time walks Gabby can let off.
Looking down in that bot lane, CML going to be down up against March, and you're going to have Gabby and Fox going out on the Batrider and on the Void.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And CML will find Gabby's courier on the way out to the Void, and that's not going to be good news for Gabby, as of course Fox is going to be providing a lot of harassment, especially with that sticky napalm. Well, at least Gabby does have the wand up, so he'll be able to at least get something back out of it.
Could be as hard of a time for Gabby. Like, you're not seeing Box really commit just yet. That is because Gabby's holding on to the time walk, and CML hasn't been focusing on trying to force Gabby. Not gonna have a window just yet in the bot lane. Sort of committed.
KP, falling low to Natsumi, but he'll be alright, he'll survive. Only problem is KP really doesn't have any reach. If he does have something coming out on the courier, he does use the stick charge, still no regen. He'll get brown boots, Tim's will come back in and take care of the regen for him.
That's one of the nice things of having that IO in the lane. You don't really need too much regen. The IO just needs up, and you can get to a reasonable amount. Now, while all that was happening, Boomy was trying to get his own farm by pulling the wave. He's been stacking for himself as well. If this move isn't punished by TNC, Boomy's gonna hit pretty good timing on his own farm.
This ain't yours!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Contest those jungle creeps. Being very frustrating up at this top lane on that support Magnus. We rotate mid now, and Armel got to run the other way as Boomy does have a little one skewer. Armel is turning around, skewer back into the T1 tower. There's really no problem because they have a bait play, and Armel does not continue moving forward with the ink swirl, and Boomy will deny them the illusion rune by taking it himself.
A lot of commitment from TNC to keep Armel alive. They do understand the prioritization of this charge. He needs that early farm, he needs that early levels. One movement like that from the Droid can cause issues that does free it up for a Droid, and we have seen
Radiant's turret has been killed.
First blood! Oh, that's how it's done!
Looks like Matt is trying to go in for a kill. Kill himself off and get a reset on the gyrocopter. That's going to be a very, very important kill for that gyro. Definitely gives him a bit of a lead after that lane phase.
Bounty, which makes you a surprise.
bit of an even exchange for sides. Not going to be too upset. Going to be a bit better for Armel.
My wrist
Find that kill while he's alive. So he'll... But Matt does get some additional creep.
Cronos looking back down at the bot lane. Gabby, you've been farming okay on the Void. Bot has been a little bit frustrating on this battle line. There's really not much you can do if you're Gabby. We've talked about this before where he's running so many times to damage off that bot is dishing out. It does help him quite a bit, however, on Gabby. Just be forced to back off and has to play this very safe. You gotta like admit that when you look at Natsumi's farm, Natsumi's just really getting so much further ahead. Coming about 18 last hits ahead of the Void.
It's a good time for the troll. That's all happening while Boomy is playing the jungle. So he's playing the super dreamy magic support that just isn't being
Dire's
hunted.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
TNC, you're kind of forcing that big tower very, very well. This is one of the things you can try and do out against
Dire's
the
middle
tower.
tower is under attack.
You try and get that map control before they start trying to go for it. Because once they try, you can't really stop it though. Bot lane Gabby almost falls very low on that Batrider. What I was trying to say, John, is if you can force down these important towers early on, if you are on TNC, it is designed to push out.
Let the fun begin!
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He has really played much more aggressive down mid. They're playing around Armel much better. This is sacrificing their side lanes, and you actually look at the net worth of the Void. Even though it's a 1-1 in terms of kills, Void is 3k ahead in net worth. They've found a lot more farm on the map and a lot more efficiently because they're giving space to these greedier supports to find that jungle farm. Boomy is going to be set to have a decent amount of damage. You have bot
didn't have any stick charges to commit. That was a lot committed to that first Batrider kill, but I suppose if you have the chrono, if you have the cooldown, just commit it. Just get a kill out of it.
That's definitely how TNC has to play this. They've got to play it. You need to shut down that troll. You can't give space to a droid to try to hit their time. You have to start shutting down this map. There's way too much jungle farm being taken by a droid right now. This is how they're going to recover. Mac needs a lot of this to get started. You do have a lot more leeway for sensitive.
Still getting burnt down by the flame break, I believe it was, of bomb, but it does not end up being enough. A very, very close call, however.
It's a lot of committal from TNC to keep Armel alive. Basically, never seeing Armel without his two supports. He's always going to have Tims around.
Scanning.
March kind of has to stay in that general area where the gyrocopter is. So once more, you're keeping your gyrocopter safe. It's coming at the cost of giving farm to everyone else on the Void side. Yeah, you managed to find Bach a couple times. He's still going to get that pretty decent time on. He's just going to be a menace around.
You see March trying to be very disruptive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really take the farm away from Natsumi. He was just farming up stacks. March trying to take an outpost for himself. Right at that 10-minute mark.
Dire's structures are
Should be
fortified.
taken back in time. I say that
Radiant's
they
bottom
need to
tower
try and
is
set up
under
a
attack.
team fight up at that top lane now. They are going to try and force in that 2-1 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Really easy objective so far. A droid is not going to be fighting this one. They're the ones
Radiant's
taking
middle
this time
tower
around.
is under
They're the ones
attack.
playing a bit more passive. It's up to
Dire's top
maximize
tower
despite
is
this
falling.
advantage they do. They're going to have Chrono up on Gabby.
Radiant's
in about 10
bottom
seconds.
tower is under attack.
Chrono flying out, try to find a couple of easy kills, and go for more objectives. Perhaps that tier 1 down bot. That's going to be a very easy target to
Stupendous!
take. Or maybe start rushing a tier 2.
You still kind of question what's happening with Natsumi though, like, he's 4.9k, Matt's right behind him on the storm.
they are. They're 5k ahead over TNC despite being so far behind. Oh, Chrono on the back. That could be a good kill.
Yeah, he's gone. Just keep. What are you gonna do about it?
They had the relocate on Armel. He did land inside of Chrono, so they preemptively cast a homing missile. Tried to keep him in place, and that just cost him. That would have been a nice kill. We talked about the timing of Chrono. At the very least, Gabby's trying.
Dire's top tower
Doesn't pay
is
off.
under attack.
Earlier, they're still getting really good farm distribution. Umi is just about 500, 700 gold away from that flank.
That's what you're worried about. Like, the Gyro just does nothing once the IO is dead. Tim's is kind of just playing a hero that can't do anything on his own. He's very reliant on being with that gyrocopter. And when the fire guy can really explain, there's no signs of slowing down. Like, TNC, you kind of wonder, what do you do? Like, is Gabby really going to find enough fire to keep up?
It's going to be a lot, and they really need to play around at Chrono. This is a really strange situation. Normally when your superpowers behind, you have to put them at the TNC have that is possible.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It kind of feels like a distraction here from Bokko, doesn't it? Like, you've kept this fight rider down fair enough, and it's going to take him another while to get that blink on. But now you can he has the blink on.
That's it. That's what the droid's waiting for. They've got ways to set their plays up. They've got ways to take these team fights. We already saw the effect of his RP without it. Like, straight just that's enough. That's all you need to catch the IO gyrocopter. That's always going to be enough to fight.
Top lane top. Keeping an eye out on Tims and Armel. It does have the last one. Tims. Flame break does connect as he tries to tether. Bok will not chase any further. And it looks like TNC have now grouped up as 3 and some smoking. You do have the Chrono that just came
Radiant's
off
middle tower is under attack.
Immediately. However, it is going to be into another 4 or 5 man smoke here from a droid. And are they going for a Roshan play or are they going for a gank? Well, let's find out. Getting on the board.
Gila tuh Pipi. Hasil loh.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know if I call that well worth it.
No, definitely not. Not with the amount of buybacks are worth it. A droid can be extremely happy with how that fight went. The Chrono is just not enough. The long match with one he has, and with the damage on Gabby, they had Armiller towards the end. Not quite. They need the gyrocopter around to get that damage off onto Mac. Otherwise, that Chrono middle is not going to be enough, and they don't have any other way to keep him on that. Chrono's not gone. He's going to sit around just fine. This is going to be a constant issue for TNC. With that Chrono expended, this is an opening for a quick. But they can force out some ganks of
Dire are scanning.
But they're going to get back up to that top lane, TNC. They continue to try applying pressure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
TNC, I doubt they chase any further. We'll do that.
this Chrono is down. I do respect that they still are trying to play aggressive when they can. That was really from Boomy. I think he was trying to get the skewer off, trying to wait out or kill off that silence out. Quite enough by himself. Gets punished for it. That is a clean pickoff for TNC. It's the moment where they're kind of playing cautiously. Gabby is forward. Could be targeted here. He does have... Well, now he doesn't, but... Gonna have to be cautious as...
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
All over the map, always finding kills. Just can't afford
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They had the outpost. No one was TPing and no one going in to help anyway. They lose to trouble.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That solid 8k lead. There's nothing fluctuating. Constantly.
Radiant's
Zip around wherever he wants with less of concern.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bag straight up with RP. Having that Vortex AOE follow up. There's so much control that can come out here. It is a bit scary. TNC has got to find a way to kill off Mac.
I haven't yet. You've got Gabby with the defusal blade, and I guess you know he's been
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mac has not been very concerned about that yet. That's for sure. It's just getting bigger and bigger, especially with that Bloodstone. He just has so much sustain. Natsu, what's he got coming on the way? Pretty after all. Gets jumped on the
here. TNC, they do at least find the kill on Mac, but they lose out on Gabby anyway. That's unfortunately, this is now a way to just straight up kill They've got a goal. Straightforward
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's fair enough. I think it's still much more value on the storm though.
On paper, it does give Natsumi technically 3 lives to play with. There's a lot more leeway to just stand and play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Stupendous! Stop Natsumi from getting that damage out. That's going to give you a very good way to negate his battle trance entirely.
We're going to need that soon. The droid is pushing into that team to the tower. No chrono available on Gabby. 40 seconds. Nothing, but TNC don't get anything out of them at all. The droid, they don't feel confident, they do want to back off, and I right now there's just no rush for them.
There were opportunities there. Rumi hasn't expended the RP, although the Chronosphere is back up from Gabby. That could be why the hesitation was there. They are keeping track
Radiant are
of that
scanning.
ult usage quite well from ADROID and TNC. They've been playing around the time of that Chrono well from Gabby, but ADROID seems to be every single time they just kind of
Radiant's
toss
bottom
Mac
tower
in front. They
is
know
under attack.
Mac is always going to be
Radiant
the target
structures
user.
are
They
fortified.
did manage to clean him up last time around, but that wasn't in the duration of Chrono. That was because they got the soul bind off. ADROID are still doing that Chrono without any shields happening during the front. That's always
Radiant's
gonna
bottom
be
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
TNC,
tower
they're trying to
is
set up
falling.
the top tier 2, but they are going to have to come back and defend this. There's a tier 3 about to get taken down by ADROID if they're not too careful. Every ultimate
Dire's top tower is under attack.
from the soul line. They'll be 10 seconds away on the Grimstroke anyway. ADROID, they do
are
not
scanning.
choose to pursue. They'd rather back off. You certainly don't want to give TNC away back into the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So you can understand why ADROID is being rather cautious about this.
Orang atau orang blinger langsung target. Dapat poin.
Fortune favors the true.
The RP on Gloomy, mind you. We've got a lot of tools here to force a fight out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Definitely if they're going to find a tier 2 tower, there's no doubt about that. The question is, do they try and force a tier 3?
Radiant's middle tower is falling. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle
Ya, itu marah gila. Langsung. Belum pernah sibuk kan ini. Iya. Oh, masalahnya ini dalam jangkauan
They're going to be very happy that these managed to use the Aegis right before expiry. They take melee racks, they take power, tier 3 tower of the game as well. So ADROID is pretty much set. 8 to 14, 8K network lead. 24.5. I mean, that's not something you see too often when the enemy team's running the gyrocopter either. They're supposed to be the ones farming up. They're the ones who are supposed to be bigger, at the very least, on the gyrocopter. Like, maybe a bit more even in terms of gyrocopter should definitely be way more farm right now. Even Gabby's thinking back in terms of farm. His faceless void only has to use it.
My friend, reward.
That's going to be enough. Just TNC, they're just so behind, and the map's getting smaller and smaller for them. They go up and score to the top lane. He doesn't
Radiant are scanning.
It almost looks like it's a bait from bot anyway, and they won't bother taking their time. And ADROID has started the course in the bot tier 3 as well.
They got the RP up and running again, although out looks like they've got the Shadow Blade up and running on their mag, so a lot more options for you. Finally, CR melts. Agnum Scepter up, so his damage output is going to be
Radiant's
a bit
bottom
better.
tower is under attack.
It's going to be enough. You have to consider lags on map. Added control ADROID has to play with. RP being... They do have a chronosphere. Gabby needs to land it on a big part. Like, go for Mac again, burst him down in the chrono, and then try to clean up. Don't overextend. You can find that kill when you're not in a good spot. Take it and back off, because ADROID will fight back.
Mantap. Tolong aku mati. Tolong kan.
Slid true in game 2. TNC could not deal.
Guys, NOBAR. Udah kosong kan? Itu per detik, itu per menit. Ini harusnya baru mulai ya. Harusnya orang